Welcome to SBS Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. This is Mike Brenner. This is the MLB Odds Couple show for a Wednesday, August 3rd. Let's throw the record up there. It's not looking good as of right now, but Mike Brenner, yesterday I slept a lot, then I had a massive headache, and whenever I feel sick, I always handicap better. And I'm looking at this Wednesday card. There's a lot of picks that I'm kind of liking, and because I'm down so many units, I can't afford to just give a few of them. I got to give all of them. I got to give all of them.
Preach that to the choir.
Okay?
Preach that to the choir. You're kicking ass and taking names.
That was a little, no, I'm done. All right, so let's get into it. We got Jordan Sharp also calling in, so we're going to try to go through this kind of fast. All right, let's start out. The first thing that we have to talk about is there's not just a no-brainer on the card. There's a short circuit. There's a short circuit your brains. You probably know what I'm talking about here, right? The ultimate no-brainer, maybe of the month, maybe of the year. Washington at Arizona, right? Scherzer at Godley, a massive road favorite line. Although not, I wouldn't have been surprised this line had been like in the 300s or approaching 400. It's only quote unquote minus 240 or so. I admit I bet it on the overnight line. Scherzer, Godley. Scherzer's been awesome since the All-Star break. Godley's been mediocre at very best in the majors. I don't know. How do you not love Washington here? What do you think?
Well, they've scored 24 runs, Pistol Pete, in the last two games. These bats are catching fire. And Arizona, they've thrown in the white flag. They know it's over. Godley's got a 1.50 whip his last three, a 5.94 ERA. And Scherzer is locked in. So I don't see any reason why these bats can't continue. I know it's hard to win 3 in a row on the road, but I like it. Talk to me about a full game run line, Pistol.
Okay, the full game run line. I saw it on the overnight, which I admit that I did bet. I got it at minus 133 right now, though. We can't give you that. We can't give you the pinnacle line minus 137.
I'm going to take that. And Pistol Pete, what's the team total for Washington?
Team total. It's interesting. I have it right here. I looked at it. That was one that was a borderline for me. 5.5 minus 112.
Okay. I'm going to stay off of that. But I'm going to go full game, run line minus the 137. I think they got to keep the pedal to the metal,
All right,
baby.
sounds good. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? What else is interesting?
What's interesting is you better watch out and think about fading these Giants. I think they're overvalued. I'm getting off script here, even though we don't use the script. But what I'm seeing from Bumgarner is he is becoming just an average pitcher, literally an average pitcher. And I'm going to look to maybe take advantage of that because I saw nothing impressive with him last night. And when Philadelphia beats and bangs you up like that, every inning he was getting pounded. And they kept him in there. But when that happens, that tells me something's going on with his mechanics.
All right, well, let's talk about the Philly game tonight then.
Okay.
Nola and Cueto, kind of a similar situation. Cueto, what to expect from him. He hasn't been super great since the All-Star break on the overnight line. I admit, I bet Philly. I got 159, and I took the over 7.5. What do you think about that?
I wouldn't talk you off the ledge, Pete. That team's starting to pick up some spark. When they replaced the first baseman, when they got rid of Ryan, they didn't get rid of Ryan Howard, but I just think they're having fun, and they have nothing to lose. They're not going to go to the playoffs, so it's a dangerous team right now. So
they're having some fun. All right, I will give Philly at plus 156. I'm also going for the second half over, which is 3, should be about minus 130 or so. And I got a lot of crap to. I got a lot of units to make up here. And as far as the full game over, I don't know. What do you think? You think Cueto gets hit, or you think?
I think he might be due to get hit. I really do.
One way or another. It's 7.5. God.
But I got to take a good look at that team, though. I don't think the Giants are going to be any threat.
I'm going to hold off on that. I'll just take Philly on the money line, and I'll take the second half over 3. Now, right below it, I'm seeing here at SBR Odds. This is interesting one. Texas and Baltimore. Now, we made a good call yesterday, staying off Texas.
Yes, we did.
Now we have Hamels against Gossman. Hamels, of course, has been lights out since the All-Star break. Gossman's been a little shaky, and on the overnight line on this one, I did bite on Texas. I took them at about even money, plus 102. What do you think? You think Texas might be worth a shot here?
Here we go, baby.
Okay.
I said, and you and I both did a good job yesterday. LaCroix and Beltran. It takes time to fit in. I think today they're going to be a little bit better acquainted. The butterflies are going to be gone, and Gausman 1.38 whip and a 4.32 ERA his last 3. I think Hamels gets the best of them. What's the first half run line, Pistol?
First half run line for Texas. Shopping around here. Some places have 120, but Bookmaker and DSI 125.
Plus
125.
So I'm going to take the plus 125. I'm a little stumped at this number, okay? And the full game money line.
The full game money line for Texas.
Yes.
We can give you minus 102 at Pinnacle. I got plus 102 on the
You got it. So I'm getting plus money on the first half and minus on the full game. Doesn't make a lick of sense to me. I like it. That's cashing.
Yeah, it does make sense to me, but I'm going to go with you as well. I'm going to take Texas on the first 5 innings, money line minus 115, market wide. Okay, and then also, you know what's tempting is the Texas team total over 4. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I got to do it. I'm
gonna
going.
do it? Well, I don't want to talk you into it. I'm not.
No,
gonna,
I thought it was going to be 5.
No, it's 4.
It's 4. I got to do it because you'll see my notes here. Yep.
Yes, it is 4 minus 119.
Fantastic. I'm all over that.
Okay,
I love it.
now let's see. Now let's talk about the next game, the Minnesota-Cleveland series.
Jesus,
right?
that team just keeps winning.
Well, yesterday in the show, if you remember, I said I bet the full game in the first half.
Yes.
Didn't give him his picks because lack of balls.
Balls.
I did give the second half though. That one cashed. And tonight I'm liking.
Have some balls in tonight, Pistol.
Yeah, I'm
Come
liking
on.
sort of the same kinds of things. I'm going to take Minnesota on the second half plus 105, and I'm going to take let's see. I'm going to take the over, which would be 9 minus 105.
Wow.
And then I'm looking at the team totals here, and I think I'll also take the Minnesota team total over 3.5 minus 127.
Yeah, Bauer, he is really, I mean, he's struggling. He's really struggling. But Duffy, 11 runs, 17 hits in 3 2/3 innings his last time out, and 2 losses to Boston and Atlanta. You know what, Pete? I got to do this. I'm going with Cleveland on the full game run line. The reason being, I think they're going to hit Duffy. I'm looking for Bauer to probably get hit, but not too bad, and for them to have to, just tighten up in the bullpen because yesterday their bullpen looked terrible.
All right,
full game run line.
Cleveland on the full game run line. Let me just find the best line for plus 116.
Okay, I think it's going to be a win today. They're still disappointed they didn't land LaCroix. They thought they got the pitching staff that'll take them to the playoffs, but their pitching staff's been getting pounded as of late. They got to tighten things up, and I just don't think Minnesota is all that great of a team. So I think it's got to stop today.
All right. So again, I'm on the full game over. I'm on the Minnesota team total over 3.5 minus 127 on Minnesota second half. Okay. Let's see what else is interesting. What else? Oh yes, here's one.
Ooh.
KC and Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Now this is kind of interesting. Odorizzi against Volquez. I'm kind of thinking that this is one where you want to take Tampa Bay first half, KC second half. That's an interesting little split there. Odorizzi's been good.
Yeah.
He's been getting results. But in general, as much as I'm kind of down on KC, I'm more down on Tampa Bay, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to take a KC second half, Tampa Bay first half.
I like the way you're mixing that up.
I don't know what the exact lines are, but you can check them out. All right, we're moving right along. Chris Sale making a start, right?
Yeah.
Chris, now what do we expect? Do we expect him to get hit? I admit that I did take the over 8 in this one on the overnight line.
Wow.
Fulmer's on the other side, an interesting one. What do you think?
Well, I think Sale can go about this 2 ways. He's not happy there. I think he's going to pitch his ass off.
You think so? He might give.
I think he's going to pitch his.
We might see a shutout.
Maybe not a shutout, but he's going to pitch his ass off just to rub it into those guys. So that's got to be for me a 10-foot pole. I just got to stay off it.
I'm going to take the second half over, which I saw at Bookmaker is about 3. 3 minus 120. I think minus 120 or so. Let's see what else do we have. Moving. Is there anything else that we? Okay,
I'm going with the Mets today with Mets.
Okay.
All right, they're getting healthy. Cespedes, Granderson are playing. Yankees. Chad Green's on the mound. All right.
Jay Bruce added to the team. What an addition.
And he went 0 for 4 yesterday, but again, you got to fit in.
Sure.
Exactly. What an addition. And you nailed that one yesterday, Pistol Pete. I think they just totally leapfrog off of that momentum.
And in the periscopes that we did, which a lot of times we flesh out all these opinions because the periscopes we do later in the day. I said that I like the Mets in the periscope. I said I added more.
Yes, you told me you went heavy, and I told you I was going to the box after, and I did. So we both cashed, and I appreciate that. But Chad Green's filling in for Nova since he got released. I think the Yankees are really going to start, not to spiral, but they're already looking towards next year with all the youth that they got from these picks, from all the guys they got rid of. So I think the Mets are going to pour it on. Mets turns it around. Give me a full game money line.
Well,
Pistol
actually,
Pete.
all the lines still aren't out yet, so you can take the Pinnacle opener if you like.
I'm going to take Pinnacle opener, full game money line with the Mets.
Okay, full game opener, Pinnacle money line with the Mets. All right, now let's see
Come on, what else do you got?
Other interesting situations. Yeah, I mean, the Toronto-Houston game, that's one where I haven't had the balls to pull the trigger on the unders with these, but those are my leans. And now we got Estrada and McHugh, 2 starting pitchers. Now McHugh's coming off of a bad start where he got crushed, but he's got to bounce back. You think? I'm assuming that was a speed bump, and if so, he'll have a good start here. And Estrada's not lights out, but definitely reliable and consistent.
I was thinking under too, because these 2 teams have just been low scoring. But then I started thinking, wait a minute. Volcano could go off today. You never know with these guys.
A volcano could go off
today. I think Tulowitzki's still hurt, though, isn't it? Isn't Toronto dealing with some injuries?
Tulowitzki is questionable, what I read, that he's he had some sort of minor bone chip or something like that. Yeah, he's questionable.
Yeah, all right. God, I just want to do it.
Let me see what the first half. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the first 5 innings under 4.5 minus 123 at Pinnacle.
All right.
All right,
hopefully that'll catch. That one. Yep.
All right, then we also got Jared Weaver making a start. Jared Weaver getting results.
He is.
You look at his last 4 starts. One of them was terrible. The other 3,
Very
not bad.
respectable,
Pretty
more
impressive.
than serviceable.
What do you think? Now he's going up against Oakland with Graveman, who's a guy who's been getting some results as well.
Yeah, I kind of like what LA's doing. They cashed for me last night. It was a tight game, but they did cash on the money line. What's the full game money line with Weaver on the mound?
Full game money line with Weaver and the Angels minus 111 would be the best line.
You know what? I'm going to take it. I think
Yeah?
Trout and company bring it. I'm going with it, Pistol Pete. Give me the Angels on the money line,
All right,
minus
minus
111.
111. Okay, and then the last one is Boston and Seattle. I had a great call with the under 2 days ago. I also took the under small yesterday
I
and
thought
lost
you did
with that
mention
one.
the under.
But small. I mean, 2
Yeah.
days ago I was like I overbet it, but
Yeah.
but I loved it. And now Porcello and Iwakuma. Iwakuma, a little bit shaky, but he's been better at home and
He
pretty
really
decent
is.
last few games. I'm leaning under as well here. Let's see what the current total is. I think I saw 8 on the
That's what
overnight,
I
which
thought
I
I
did
saw
take a
was
nibble on. Yeah. All right. Well, it's 8. Plus 108,
Take
but I
a
want to
nibble.
take
Did you
that.
say you take a nickel on or a
Nibble.
nibble?
I took a
okay.
nibble
I
on
was going
it.
to say, Pistol Pete stepping it up to the nickel again.
And the problem is Porcello's off a complete game, and he's been reliable, but might be one of those games
Complete
where
games will take it out of you.
Yeah, and Seattle does have. You saw what they did yesterday, kind of late.
Yeah,
So
I know.
You know what? I'm gonna stay off it. I'm
Okay.
gonna hang off it. I'm
Okay.
gonna hang off that one. All right, I think
I
that's
got,
about
I
it from
got,
you.
I got two
one
other
more?
picks
Oh,
in one
let's hear it,
game.
let's
I'm
hear it.
going with St. Louis Cardinals, buddy. All right,
yeah, okay.
the Reds. All right, they played off of emotion yesterday. They
Mm-hmm.
called this kid up from AAA to replace Bruce. Hits a 3-run homer, walk-off winner. All right, I think a lot of that's emotion. I think deep down, Straley had a great game, and that's why I stayed off yesterday. But I think the Cardinals today. All right, Waka 7-game unbeaten streak. I think he's going to continue, and I think the Cardinals just got to get into this mode where they start crushing the ball. Talk to me about a first-half run line with the Cardinals.
Okay,
Pistol.
the first half run line with the Cards and Waka going again. This guy Reed, big talent, but hasn't gotten it done yet. The Cardinals minus 1.5. We can give you plus 100 at
See,
bookmaker.
I like that. How about the full game run line? I'm looking for a big day today.
Full game run line for St. Louis.
Yep.
Not that huge. Plus 120. Well, at the Greek, plus 125.
All right. How about the money line? Full game money line.
Full game money line for St. Louis. We could give you best line would be minus 137.
I'm taking that. I'm going to go full game money line and first half run line with the Cardinals. Pistol Pete.
Okay, sounds good. Is that it for you?
That's all my picks.
All right. I guess I'll just leave it there. Why don't you review your picks?
I sure will, real quick. All right, Cardinals first half run line today plus 100. Cardinals full game money line minus 137. I'm going to cash a ticket with the Angels money line minus 111. Also today, Washington full game run line minus 137 with Scherzer on the mound. I like that. I'm going to Texas today, hitting 3 spots. First half run line plus 125. Full game money line minus 102. The team total over 4 at minus 119. Hamels on the mound. All right. I'm going big with Cleveland today. I think they're going to get her done and just separate themselves from the Twins. Full game run line paying back plus 116. And to wrap it up, Pistol Pete, I'm going with the Mets today. Full game money line, going to give you the pinnacle opener.
All right, sounds good. And just so can I remember what I did? I took Philly, right? I took the Philly San Francisco second half over. I took Texas on the first half. I took Tampa Bay first half and KC second half. And I took White Sox Detroit second half over. I took the Minnesota Cleveland over, and I took Minnesota second half, and I took the Minnesota team total over, and that's it.
I'm impressed.
Oh,
I
no,
write
and
my
I also-
stuff down.
and
I
I-
have to write mine down. He doesn't write anything down.
And I have
remembered
all this
that.
stuff locked in my head. I also took Toronto, Houston, first half under. All right, hopefully, here, let's give one of these. Hopefully we make up a few units. And now let's go to Jordan Sharp, talk about props for today's big card. Jordan Sharp, a lot of interesting situations. Mike Brenner and I have a lot of picks we're kind of liking. Maybe that translates into some prop bets with value as well. What do you think, Jordan?
Talk to us, big man.
Yeah, absolutely. I like where some of you guys. I like where some of the picks you guys are going with here. I think Mike's probably hit it on the head. I think Duffy gets hammered by Cleveland today. I like that. I like the bet on the Cards here. We'll caution. I think you said first half on the Cardinals today, right, Mike?
Yes, first half run line plus 100.
I like that. Reed's been struggling, but the Cardinals have not hit lefties well this year, so that is one I think so. Laying off the full game money line, I think on that one is a pretty good idea. I really am interested to see what you guys have to say because I think I disagree with Mike just a little bit here. I like Graveman in the Oakland LA battle, and obviously Weaver's been good. But I think one of the better plays, and I want to see what you guys have to think about this. If both of these guys pitch well, do you think under 9 is like one of the better totals of the game here for the full game total?
That's a 10-foot pole for me, just because, I'm pretty much like this. Look, Weaver, all respect in the world to him, but I can pretty much say with confidence from here on in for the rest of the year, there's no way I'm going to be betting an under on a Weaver game. I might be laying off the totals, as I probably will here, but I'm not taking unders on any Jeff Weaver
he's
game.
getting tired.
Just saying, it's tempting. Well, I'll give you a Jeff I'll give you a Jared Weaver play that I do like tonight, and that's his strikeout total. So if you want to bet this game, this may be the best way to do it on a prop bet on Jared Weaver, because he is not a strikeout pitcher as he has been in the past. In fact, this year his strikeout numbers have really, really plummeted. He's down to only 4.83 strikeouts per 9 innings. He'll throw up 5 or 6 every once in a while, but usually it's around the 1, 2, 3 range, somewhere around there. So if I can get a Jared Weaver strikeout total of 4 or less, maybe 4.5 or less in this one, I think the under could be a very, very good play. The A's have the 4th best strikeout percentage against right-handed pitchers this season at only 18%. So they're not going to strike out a lot to begin with. Jared Weaver not a strikeout pitcher. I think if you're going to look at a way to bet this game, that may be the best way to do it. And I think probably the best bet I have on this card, and I'm really excited about this one, is I want to target the newest Atlanta Brave, Matt Kemp, versus Jeff Locke here in this one. Matt Kemp has made lefties his bitch this season. He has a 330 average against them, over a 400 weighted on base percentage. His isolated power through the roof. He has 9 home runs and less than 100 at bats against left-handers this season. I think Kemp has a massive day here at the plate in this one for Atlanta. Those two probably my main 2 prop bets of the night, fellas. What do you think on both those?
Well, if I could just jump in
ahead.
real quick.
I like both of them.
Jordan, Pete and I were talking about it. A lot of the big acquisitions yesterday, and I said it yesterday, it's going to take time for them to pick up and get running, and not a lot of them, Matt Kemp included, did a bunch last night, but I see tonight that happening, especially the way he hits left-handed pitching. I really like that Matt Kemp prop bet. I think that's going to be a winner, buddy.
Yeah, I like it as well. I absolutely do. I like both of your. I like your analysis, Jordan Sharp. I think you've identified 2 really good plays here. Is that all your comments on the card?
Yeah. I just have one more, and this one maybe. Oh, I also forget. Righty's hitting almost 300 against Jeff Locke this season. But the other one, I'm a little bit shakier on, because he's burned me once this season really badly, and then he's cashed me a couple winning tickets. So it seems like I pick him on the right night sometimes, but I can't get him right the other nights. And that's Max Scherzer. We've talked about him. His strikeout total tonight against the D-backs probably is going to be sky high. But if it's lower than 9, I think I'm going to go with the over on this one. The Diamondbacks, really high strikeout percentage against right-handed pitchers this season, over 23%. So they strike out a lot. Obviously, Scherzer strikes out a lot of people. So there you got that going for you, especially against an offense. Like Arizona here that's struggling down the stretch. So that one is line dependent on that one. That's maybe the only other one I'm looking at tonight's card, though. But I think you guys hit the nail on the head with this one. I think props may be pushed aside a little bit for tonight for some of the value you're getting on some of these first half and full game lines here from the sports books here on the Wednesday. So like where you guys are headed with this one, though, that's probably the only other one I'm taking a look at tonight.
All right. Thanks for your thoughts, Jordan Sharp.
As always.
I guess that just about wraps it up. Sportsbookreview.com to learn about all the sports books that are out there. SBRodds.com, free customizable line comparison service, and all our other websites and properties you can find linked at sportsbookreview.com. We'll be back tomorrow for the Thursday card.
Get it done, New York Mets.
Always on the go? Bet365 has one of the top mobile platforms in today's market. Sign up today and don't let your busy life keep you out of the game.